Hello and welcome! It is Gauntlet of Greatness playoff time! No Bandless Modern has resulted in these 8 decks advancing to the top 8, and top left corner, based on recent news, we're going to call this the Splinter Twin Memorial top 8 bracket. Splinter Twin cruised into this top 8 undefeated, has been paired against Eggs. Each of these top 8 matchups is a 1 seed versus a 2 seed coming out of the group stage. So, yeah, Splinter Twin versus Eggs is going to kick things off. We can look at the deck list. Here's the Eggs deck. It is a bunch of 1 mana artifacts that draw a card whenever you sack them, and Second Sunrise to bring all of that value back out of the graveyard. Lotus Bloom means you can get mana coming back from the graveyard every time you play a Second Sunrise. Reshape can go get more Lotus Blooms. It's just this, super efficient engine that once it starts bringing all these cantrip artifacts out and just enough mana, you loop through your entire deck. You've got 8 copies of an effect that brings everything back from the graveyard again. So you loop and you loop and you loop. It doesn't go off blisteringly fast. It's kind of a turn 4 deck in my head, but maybe that's fast enough, because speaking of kind of a turn 4 deck, everybody's favorite, Splinter Twin. Same combo that's been crushing Modern ever since the format has existed. Exarch and Pestermite, I guess technically, I don't even think Exarch existed when the first time this won a Modern Pro Tour, but Pestermite, Splinter Twin, Infinity Fairies, attack for the win, right? That's the combo. Now this deck is heavy on the cantrips. Preordain, Ponder, Chrome Mox for acceleration. It's a little light on permission relative to more recent Modern builds. It's just got Spell Pierce. There's no Remands. There's no Cryptic Commands in this version of the deck. But you do get Dig Through Time. It's got a lot of creature kill relative to the matchup. These 5 dead cards. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like it's a pair of turn 4 combo decks that are going to be fighting each other. And I'm rooting for the Splinter Twin deck because I've played enough Eggs in my life. I'm not a huge fan of playing the deck. It's just winning with an Eggs deck takes forever. But for science, we got to see. Let's find out. I'm going to play it legit. I'm going to play the Eggs side. I'm going to set up a match.
I'm going to draw Chrome Moxes and... yeah.
Well, I have actual no permission, right? So, you're just racing me? Is that true?
Yep.
I have actual 0 counters in this Eggs list?
You get to bring anything in? Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's look. While we set the matchup. I have Missteps. All I have is Mental Misstep in the main.
Okay.
And then my sideboard, I have Silence, which does nothing. Except buy me a turn.
Leyline, doesn't do anything. Echoing Truth, sure.
I have no permission. I just never ever have a counterspell. Interesting. Yeah, no, my sideboard doesn't do much of anything here.
Okay.
And
all right, let's do this.
Exactly relevant. So.
Right.
Match is up. Come fight me.
Good luck. I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I will mute you. We can chat more after the match. There we go. Yeah, I'm saying Blood Moon's dead. Blood Moon's not dead. If you look at this list, there's a lot of basics, right? All these islands and plains. So, Blood Moon is mildly annoying in that I can't do the Flooded Strand, Ghost Quarter, get a new land every time I'm about to cast Second Sunrise or Face Reward. I don't think you would spend a card for that if you could choose. If you're playing the Splinter Twin side, you'd much rather have, Remand, for example. Anyway. Here we go. Oh, we won the die roll. This draw looks great. All right, I've got a Second Sunrise, I've got a couple of Eggs, and I've got land. That's an easy keep. How do I play this? I'd probably go get... I may as well start playing Eggs. Do I need the planes? I probably need the planes. Nope, no mental missteps on Chromatic Star. I assume he just missteps random eggs. It's pretty good, actually, if you can get them in, for him, if you can get him into the yard. He's paying for that? No, I'm going to miss that. No ponder for you. Sure. Lightning Bolt. He found something to do with Lightning Bolt. There you go. Food for the Chrome Box. That makes the Lightning Bolts, makes me feel a lot better about the Lightning Bolts in this deck, actually. Man, do I need to sit on Pyrite Spellbomb? Is that how this match plays? Kind of funny, but kind of true, right? If I sit on Pyrite Spellbomb, then he can't combo off with Pestermite. It has to be an Exarch. Although, does this tap? No, I can sack it even with this tap. Yeah, there's the Blood Moon. Yeah, that's a thing. Maybe I shouldn't have tapped Ghost Quarter? It shouldn't matter. Still can get... Oh, funny. Now I have the red mana for my Pyrite Spellbomb. No longer have to go through a Chromatic Star to pull that off. Hilarious. Hallowed Fountain was an annoying draw. Oh, I screwed myself up. I don't have blue mana now. I got the plains. But yeah, all these things are just mountains. This is actually a draw where Blood Moon's going to be pretty good, isn't it? Did I need to... I wasn't really thinking about turn 2 Blood Moon. Did I need to preemptively get an island on turn 2? Yeah, I was supposed to. Kinda wish I had blue mana, not gonna lie. Well, I wish I had multiple blue mana. I can get one off Chromatic Star. So if I draw any kind of blue mana, I can reshape for a Lotus Bloom and potentially go off. Oh, alright, well, suspend it. Tick-tock. I'm basically hoping he can't put the combo together. I don't really have... I mean, I'm defended against the Pestermite version of the combo. But if he comes up with Exarch Twin, we just lose. How's his mana? He has no blue mana either? Or this is his only blue? He's got one blue, which is enough. Okay, now we have double blue. So if I were to reshape... I could go pop for blue, reshape into Lotus Bloom, sack this to draw cards. I'm drawing like three cards. He's given me no reason to believe he's about to kill me. And it's super borderline. Like if I go off while drawing 3 cards and have no backup plan, like if I don't have a second Sunrise in my top 3, then I just fizzle and I'm out. Wow. Do I wait for this? If I wait for next turn, I get this Lotus Bloom. I probably am supposed to wait for next turn. Alright, one more turn. Don't kill me. Well, he's not going to kill me. Sweet. Sure. Alright. Time to go for it. I have to worry about... What does he have? He has Spell Pierce, we said. So with 1 red mana up, I don't even have to worry about Spell Pierce. Oh, sweet. I drew a Ponder, too. Do I want to use the Ponder? How's my mana? My mana's pretty good. Like, I'm going to sack this for blue. I'm gonna wind up reshaping Pyrite Spellbomb for a Lotus Bloom. Yeah, I think I can Ponder, draw a card, then use the reshape to shuffle. And then it should still be fine for second Sunrise. Yeah, let's throw a Ponder in the loop. See if we can find another egg. Tough but fair. X is currently 0, which is what I want. Second artifact. I'll get second Lotus Bloom. My second is for white. No, I can sack it for blue and then wash to some white. So I had a little bit of blue mana in the loop. It doesn't really matter. Just do white. I'm about to get them back anyway. Found an island. May as well play my land. I'm not going to get any of the cool land tricks because of the Blood Moon, so... I don't have anything good to put on my grate on the bottom yet. Just want the card. Wow. And I should spend 2 white and a red. Draw some cards. Put second Sunrise on the bottom so that if I wind up shuffling at any point, then I will have shuffle effect. We just win. Right? I have so many cantrips now that I can't imagine failing. I have infinite mana, 2 Lotus Blooms. I have 4 copies of this effect. Does that trigger? It has to go to the graveyard from play, right? Yeah, put there from the battlefield this turn. So he's actually successfully killed that one. But it shouldn't matter, right? That doesn't do me any good. I guess I'm technically only drawing 4 cards. I feel like I'm not gonna claim victory until I have actually found a couple more. I mean, you can see how the deck works, right? I just keep drawing. Second Sunrise on the bottom. Eventually I'm gonna draw a shuffle effect. Reshape. So I have enough mana that I should probably just reshape a Lotus Bloom. Yep. Pay X is 0. Oh, maybe I should have paid 1. I should have paid 1 to get a Chromatic Sphere. I did that wrong. I have all the mana I could possibly need. I should have just gotten another cantrip there. I did reshuffle my 2 second Sunrises, though, which is the real thing I was excited about doing. Yeah, I should have got a cantrip. Islands. Now I can. So this reshape. I will pay 1 so that I can go get a 1-mana artifact. I will sacrifice this to get Chromatic Sphere. Yeah, now I have Conjurer's Bauble. Now I'm up to 6 cantrips. So I'm going to claim victory. The way this works, I'm claiming victory, Shadow. I was just telling the audience the way this works. I'm up to 6 cantrips. I have 2 copies of Faith's Reward in my deck. I'm just going to draw 6 cards, bring them all back, draw 6 cards. Eventually my library will go down to 0 cards, and I'll just set up a loop where I use Conjurer's Bauble to build a library of Second Sunrise, the mana to cast it, and the Pirate Spellbomb. Ping.
Sounds good. You know, your Pirate Spellbomb kept me from doing anything useful.
Oh, you
that
had
was
the
terrible.
Pestermite? Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
this beats the Pestermite side of the combo. You're 4 Exarch, 2 Pestermite. So I didn't know if that was doing anything, but I knew that it would beat Pestermite.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like, my hand had the combo. I'm ready to go.
Wow, crazy. All right, back to Mute. His Eggs deck. What is going on with the Eggs deck? All right, Sideboarding. I feel like I want... Well, what are my bad cards? Mental Misstep stops as cantrips, and that's all it does. I don't want to dilute the number of eggs. Wow, do I even sideboard? Like, if I were going to sideboard, it would be something like an Echoing Truth to bust up his combo, but then my deck is worse. Oh, Pithing Needle? I don't know. That doesn't actually... Does Nihil Spellbomb do anything? No. Wow, I might just sideboard actual nothing. Like, I'm not sure Echoing Truth to try to break him up mid-combo is worth it. Is worth making my deck worse. Or if I'm swapping him out for missteps, then maybe it's just a different kind of disruption, but I can also misstep a Spell Pierce. I mean, Silence... Do I do Silence? Oh, Silence lets me... I see. He doesn't have this... If I Silence before I go off on my combo, then it beats his Spell Pierces. If he had a significant number of counter spells, then I would be all over Silence and Defense Grid. But he has so few counters. Like, they're literally just... Spell Pierces. That's it for the main deck counters. He gets like 1 negate. Like, I can misstep a Spell Pierce. I'm actually not sure Silence is worth it. You guys think it's better than misstep? I mean, what am I going to Pithing Needle? I would sideboard in Defense Grid if he had more counters. Like, he doesn't have very many counter spells. He has a very heavy on the combo version of the deck. Like, Pithing Needle, I don't know which creature to name until my end step, right? I can't really shut off the combo. I mean, I can guess. Maybe that's worth shutting off. Because the Splinter Twin splices the ability onto the creature. That's probably worth... It's probably better than Mental Misstep. If I know... Please, yeah, the Splinter Twin splices the ability onto the creature, right? I don't think I'm forgetting that. Well, I'm at 11 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and submit this version of it. Pretty sure Pithing Needle... Because Splinter Twins, yeah, the enchanted creature has it, so I have to guess which creature is coming. If I had a Pithing Needle on both Exarch and on Pestromite, that would beat the combo. But as it is, since he's going to be playing that creature during my end step, I don't necessarily know which one it is. Yeah, I mean, you name Exarch. Well, let's see what happens. Update my scoreboard. Eggs is up a game. It's best 2 out of 3. We'll do 3 out of 5 for the final, but everything leading up to the final is going to be 2 out of 3. So, Yank Stack is just 1 match away. Well, we have the Lotus Bloom, we have some eggs, we have Face Reward. This draw is great. It's even basic lands. Easy keeper. Oh, Relic. Forgot he has a Relic. That card's really good. Yikes! What the hell do I do about Relic of Progenitus? I mean, I'm Pithing Needle. Was I supposed to bring in Echoing Truth to bounce Relic of Progenitus? This is like a one of, right? Yeah, this is one of Relic of Progenitus. And he caught me without a misstep. Well, that's bad. That is definitely bad for Team Egg Deck. Trying to find Pithing Needle. I can actually reshape for Pithing Needle, which is exciting. I'm super glad I brought it in now. Thank you guys for convincing me that needling half his combo was worth it, because it is my out to this. And reshape means I have 5 of them, so. These are instants too, is the other thing. Like, I can actually put a bunch of stuff in the graveyard and then, as a response to him activating Relic, cast one of these. The tricky bit is, like, he's not going to activate until I cast one, so I kind of need 2, right? I need 1 to force him to blow it, and then the ability to respond with a second one. So, all doable. But who knows how much time we have, right? He's also a Splinter Twin deck, and with a Chrome Mox, he can kill me on turn 3. Alright, well, I'm just going to ponder. And I'm going to do my best to not forget about Lotus Bloom. A bunch of eggs. That seems good. Does the order matter? I guess I'll give myself the option to cast Elsewhere Flask next turn. I think drawing a bunch of eggs is good. I think. I mean, drawing a bunch of eggs versus a Relic is not particularly good. So, I mean, do I need to just be digging for a Relic answer? But clearly none of those cards beats Relic. And I can't win while Relic is in play. I mean, he's going to have the mana by the time I have the ability to do much of anything. Huh. I think I have to shuffle. Yeah, a bunch of eggs is not actually what I want right now. Ooh, second Lotus Bloom. Well, we're going to have 1,000,000 mana. That's exciting. Now, he may have Ancient Grudge in his deck, but still happy to have 1,000,000 mana. Right, 2 Lotus Blooms actually makes this, face reward as response second Sunrise line possible. Funny. Like, he knows I don't have any counter magic, so leaving untapped mana to try to stop him from combo killing me doesn't actually do anything. Or does he have it? Does he just have turn 2 Exarch off a Chrome Mox, turn 3 kill you? He also needs a second red mana to pull that off, but maybe. Appears to be paying life for Stomping Ground, so. No. Oh, Ancient Grudge. That's annoying. Can't be a reason to not tap out. He even got the Stomping Ground so I can flash it back. He should flash it back. Is this the one where I get the card anyway? Yeah, Chromatic Star, I get the card even if he blows it up. I mean, presumably he's gonna grudge a Lotus Bloom before I get to my main phase. he wants Chromatic Sphere, at least I'll get a card. Yeah, Chromatic Sphere gone forever. He's just going to get one of these, and that's just... I think that's just a thing that happens. It's not very many cards, but like I get some stuff. Like I can Ghost Quarter every time through the loop now too. So... weird. Do I go for it? I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I actually can face reward, response face reward, pay for Spell Pierce. Huh. And I'm going to lose something to Grudge if I don't go for it. I think I used the Ghost Quarter first, right? So that I have a card in my graveyard to remove when he relics that I don't care all that much about. I'm going to go for it. I don't know if this is going to work. Like, I'm only drawing a couple of cards. But worst case scenario, I get through the Relic of Progenitus, right? Like, this will force him to Relic. I can actually just, after I force him to blow the Relic and play the second face reward, I can also stop. Which is not at all crazy. I guess I could have also waited for him to Relic, but I that gets tricky. I can't reshape at instant speed. Wow. I might actually win here. Huh. Still on 10 mana. These cost mana. I feel like I want to get through... Like, if I play either of these, I can no longer beat Spell Pierce. So I don't think I'm going to do that. Now we're at the point where he knows that I can see that he has Relic. So he has to figure out what I'm up to and what he can do about it. Yeah, that is the right play. Target player exiles a card from his or her graveyard, which has to be Island, which is mildly annoying, but what are you going to do? I didn't want to wait for him to start the stack. I'd rather get the Ghost Quarter back, so you can have the Island. mean, he has to activate it and force me to show him the second copy. I don't think there's any other way here. Huh. That's interesting. Pretty interesting. So he let me have the value. I don't have a second copy to respond with. This play is actually pretty clever. Because if I don't draw a second copy off of this, then I have to commit to finding another copy. Interesting. I think I'm just going to play these and pass. Like if I don't find a second copy here, then I just settle for my value. This one, right? Alright, well, we got through the Ancient Grudge one way or the other. Here, let me get my graveyard to stop popping in and out. That's what land this turn, right? Right. I think I say go? Yeah, I think I say go. If I don't say, if I'm willing to basically commit, then, well, I'm only drawing 3 cards. I've already drawn these cards. So I'd have to find something in the top 3. That doesn't seem worth it. Too risky. Yeah, he got a balloon for my Ancient Grudge. But I couldn't stop that. I mean, I guess that's what I'm surrendering by not going for it, is that means that bloom is gone forever. Still think it's too risky. Like 1 bloom is good enough, especially I have Ghost Quarter Flooded Strand. Mana is not going to be my problem. I would have gotten there. Funny. Of course, that also means I can get there now. I'm in the same position, right? Well, how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm down to 8 mana because the bloom's gone. Oh, I'm 1 mana short, aren't I? I've played a land. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this replaces itself. 8. So I cannot pay for a Spell Pierce. Does that mean I wait? I mean, I am waiting against a Bloom deck on, but I can go off at instant speed? Yeah, if he goes for the combo kill, the only thing I can't do at instant speed is like reshapes and ponders and things. But there's actually a decent chance I could win the game at instant speed if he tries to combo kill me, so we'll try that. He drew a land, probably. Sad. Reshape's a good card. Alright, I feel like I'm supposed to go for it. Reshape effectively makes 1 mana, which is kind of exactly what I need to be able to pay for Spell Pierce, and go off twice, right? I spend these 2 on reshaping Elsewhere Flask into Bloom. Then I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to go for it. Probably should have got Hallowed Fountain. Well, I should get Hallowed Fountain. I'm going to run out of islands. I'm going to run out of both of them. Doesn't really matter. Sweet. I always get confused about how this works. It only affects the lands that are in play now, right? He's got to try. And of course I've got this. With blue and 1 to pay for any Spell Pierces. Oh, he's got negate. He has the 1 negate. Seriously, you have the 1 of negate? I do not have enough mana for a 3rd one. He drew the 1 of Relic and the 1 of Negate, and now my entire graveyard is gone. Dagger. Ouch. Let's see if we can rebuild. I don't regret any of my decisions. He had it. Sometimes they have it. Man. I kind of like both of those. Top. Well, the good news is we cleared Relic of Progenitus. It is now gone forever, and there aren't any more coming. Also good news, we cleared the 1 of Negate. The 2 best cards from his sideboard are now both exiled. Bad news is we have actual nothing. How many Lotus Blooms are gone? 3 of our Lotus Blooms are exiled? Wow, 3 of our Lotus Blooms are exiled. Is it possible I should have sacked less than everything? Doesn't sound right. I mean, the odds of recovering from this are so small that I felt like we had to just play for him to not have... Literally, I mean, double Spell Pierce would have done the same thing as Negate. Those are garbage. I don't want any of those. Yeah, I just need eggs. It's very hard to win from here, so yeah, I don't regret going for it. I don't think I was supposed to go for it halfway. Alright, are you going to put me out of my misery? I'd be happy if you would put me out of my misery now. A pretty interesting game, actually. Cool. That's a cool game. Alright. Definitely happy to have the Pithing Needle as an answer to Relic. You know, I could have reshaped. I used that reshape on the Lotus Bloom because I felt like I had the plan that was going to beat his Relic. And I kind of did need the second Lotus Bloom. But if I reshape for 1 and he doesn't respond, I could have snuck Pithing Needle into play. That would have been a better line. I think that's how I should have played that, right? If I reshape for 1, I mean, he should negate it. I don't know if he'll think to negate it, but if I'm going to get wrecked by negate anyway, I should have reshaped for 1. All right, what am I doing now? I don't think I'm supposed to board in Silence against a 1 of negate. Because I feel like I can play around the Spell Pierces. I don't think I'm supposed to board in Echoing Truth. I guess the Missteps do... Well, no, the Missteps beat... The Missteps beat the stupid Relic, which is the thing I suddenly find myself caring about. I think I'm content with the way I sideboarded it. I think I'm alright. I think I just run it back. Turn 1, spend Bloom, play an Egg, I've got a Ponder, I've got a Sunrise, easy keep. How do I play the lands? Well, I'm obviously suspending this. I should get basic islands. I mean, the Ghost Quarters are not ideal. I'm going to wind up Ghost Quartering a Ghost Quarter, aren't I? Probably. Yeah, I want basic islands. Because he plays Blood Moon. Yeah, I'm just going to ponder. I can't... It's really hard to set a reshuffle up with a Ghost Quarter. Probably happier with that than getting my Chromatic Sphere misstepped. So, fine. Doesn't make me happy, but fine. Alright, 1 game for spot in the top 4. The Splinter Twin, really? All that? Or do we get more eggs? I'm actually starting to sort of enjoy the eggs deck after all this agony. It's kind of annoying. Get another one? Or Pierce? He's got like an Ancient Grudge or something. This game's going to be awful for us. He can like kill the Sphere, kill the Bloom before I can get the mana to my main phase. I mean, I guess I can always Sunrise back just the Bloom, but if he kills those on different turns, this game's going to get super annoying. Guess it's Island. Guessing that means he doesn't have the Grudge. God, everything he can have is scary. top. Oh, it's Ponder. The question is he reshuffling? I was thinking it was preordained. Does not shuffle. Oh, so he gets the best card and then gets a reshuffle off Scalding Tarn. That Ponder card's pretty good, huh? I'm supposed to be messing with his mana. Oh, I can get the Stomping Ground. If I kill the Stomping Ground, I can deprive him of green mana. I guess that'll make him show me Ancient Grudge before I sack my land for that, but it's a thing. Ponder does mean I'm not about to die, at least. Can I have Lotus Bomb? Great. One Chromatic Sphere, one Lotus Bloom. Not going for it. Not nearly enough. If he does come up with Artifact Destruction, though, then I can do a value play where I can Ghost Quarter 2 lands, sack Sphere, sack Bloom, second Sunrise to get it all back. So, I mean, essentially at this point, yeah, if he blows up something, I'm going to respond with a value Sunrise. Oh, is that Dig? Main phase, though. Right? Main phase? Yeah, main phase. Guess he wants land. Or Ancient Grudge. Can't be good for me. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that having my Splinter Twin opponent resolve Dig Through Time is not good for me. Another one of in from the sideboard. Yeah, that's annoying. Wow, do I need an Echoing Truth for that? I basically can't play more eggs now. I can only reshape them into play. It's kind of annoying. It's pretty annoying. I mean, the Elsewhere flasks still work. And then on cue, that card is going to be annoying, isn't it? It's not like I have elegant answers to it, though, right? I could have an Echoing Truth in my deck, clogging up space in case this one of sideboard card comes out. That's pretty bad for me. Okay, so if I'm ever using Ghost Quarter, I have to do it now. He has plenty of basics, right? I don't need to blow his stuff up. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 islands and a mountain. Yeah, I can't really accomplish anything by blowing his stuff up. If I'm going to do a value second Sunrise, I can effectively get 2 free mountains here, right? Am I supposed to do that? Yeah, so basically the question is, if I sack Ghost Quarter on my own islands, I can get an island and a plains. I just should do that. Like, they're just better off as an island and a plains. I don't want to draw an island and a plains. Now the interesting question is, do I want to trade in Second Sunrise for those lands? Oh, I get 4 lands out of it. Yeah, I should, right? I think I totally should. I get 4 lands out of this. Wow, that Chalice is actually pretty annoying. Negate would be a beating here. I'm gonna lose to Chalice. That's just what's gonna happen here. I need to draw reshapes and elsewhere flasks. Wow, and obviously some of these are good. And getting these countered by the Chalice feels like they go into play from the battlefield, but they do not. This actually counters it. Never gets to the battlefield. Yup. Alright. Of course I drew star after that. It's fine. At least he has no green mana. Like, he's never flashing it back. I feel like I need that Lotus Bloom. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't supposed to do that, but... But like not having a Lotus Bloom, and I can't really loop without a Lotus Bloom. I didn't want to add another piece to what I require. So I don't want to reshape until I'm actually going off, but I do now have the ability to reshape for an egg. Meanwhile, of course, I'm completely defenseless to the twin combo. I mean, he's obviously spent his resources disrupting me rather than actually winning the game, which I think is probably the right strategic positioning, right? I'm the beatdown in this matchup. He's the control deck. So, I mean, I don't like my chances. Because at some point he is going to find the combo. Okay. Let's check step 1, step 2. There are quite a few steps in this process, of course. But we're actually sort of closing in on... Oh, seriously? Seriously. Echoing Truth. Good lord. Oh, look, I'm obviously gonna sacrifice it for a card. Of course I draw another one. Now the question is, do I face reward to get it back into play? And God, I think that answer might actually be yes. Like, it's so hard for me to find cantrips. Can't preordain either. Yeah, Chalice 1's pretty good. I mean, I looked at sideboard. I saw that it was there as a one of. Like, I hate sideboarding in answers to one of sideboard cards. Like, how about they just don't draw it? Also, by putting in all of these, like, annoying one of sideboard cards, like, he has no combo kill. Like, why isn't this a half of the combo? Feels like he shaved. I wonder how much of it he shaved. I know Blood Moon's not a sideboard card, but like it could have gone to the sideboard instead of... Alright, you got me? Is it time? Do I get to do this? Hooray! Splinter Twin, ladies and gentlemen. Too good for Modern. Playing Modern with all the power, legal, and the Splinter Twin deck is through to the top 4.
Good game?
Good game. Those were fun.
Good game.
Those were super fun games.
Man, that second game, you can't just cast that straight into my relic.
Yeah.
So, like, you obviously had a second one, but it took me forever to try to find the right line there.
Yeah, no, letting it resolve was super smart.
I'm like, why is he doing that? He's a jerk. So, and then, like, I'm like, all right, I won't do it. So now he can't really go off again until he draws another one. And then I drew negate, and I'm like, okay, I know how this game's going to go.
You know, I actually had a line that I figured out a line during sideboarding. Like, I don't know if I was supposed to do it this way, but I could have done it this way. You know how I reshaped before I did my, second sunrise response, whatever?
Sure.
If I reshape for 1, do you negate it?
For 1.
I reshaped for
Hold
0.
Hold on. I would stop. I would stop and I'd look at your board. Give me a second.
Okay.
Why is he reshaping for 1? Because that's super sketchy.
Right.
And you are reshaping for 1 because you want to get a pithing needle.
Uh-huh.
And that would then stop my thing from working as soon as it resolves. Like,
right.
As soon as you cast it.
Like,
as soon as I
reshape for 1 resolve and I get pithing needle, you can no longer activate your relic. It's just in the
And if you start with that...
Right. If I start... The first thing I do on my turn is reshape for 1. What do you do?
Negating that... Like, I feel like I would have to negate.
Yeah.
Because that stops me. But, like, then I can't stop you later. Like, you just do it next turn or whatever. Or, yeah. Like, I think I have to negate.
Yeah.
And then I'm really sad.
Yep. Yeah. But now I would plow through the negate. The negate would stop that, but now I have the double. Like, I think that...
Sure, I only have 1 negate. But because you had a second one in your hand, you weren't concerned about it. I guess you were...
Well, I was like, oh, look, I can beat the relic and I can even pay for Spell Pierce. I wasn't thinking about the one of negate in addition. Like, I was playing around Spell Pierce and I'm like, well, double Spell Pierce beats me. I can live with that. Like, relic is super hard for me to beat. But I think reshape for Pithing Needle would have been a better line.
Sure.
And it might even have worked. Like, it wouldn't have worked on the spot because I think you would have figured out to negate it. And obviously you had the one of negate. But then I'm through the one of negate. And it didn't get a second sunrise, it kind of only got a reshape.
My deck was all about the one-ofs, right? Like, I had a lot of one-ofs that kind of made you sad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, Chalice was insane. Chalice was better than Relic.
Yeah, you know what's sad? My next 2 cards after that were Spell Pierce, Spell Pierce. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. Like, I even put a Spell Pierce under there. I thought, like, that was going to be the clue. Right, I play Chromox and throw Spell Pierce under there. Like, well, here it comes.
Nice.
But yeah, like, I thought Chalice of the Void, if I could get it out early enough against you, then that would be good. And I found it off a Dig Through Time. It's what I was hoping for.
I saw it in your sideboard, and, like, I don't have an elegant answer to bring in. I can bring in Echoing Truth, which can also bounce your combo, but, like, I feel like I'm the beatdown, and if I just, like, dump my eggs, and, like, if I just get those eggs onto the table, I don't know, maybe the fact that you're bringing in Ancient Grudges, too, and Echoing Truths, it turns out. I don't know, how much of the combo did you take out?
I took out none of the combo. I took out 4 lightning bolts.
You just had a whole bunch of creatures.
I have a bunch of dead cards, right? Just
to
start.
You get to bring in all that without even sacrificing anything. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Turns out Splinter Twin's pretty good.
Splinter Twin, still good. Still good.
Like,
I'm glad to see...
optimal play, I have a way to win that second game, but... Twin, through to the top 4.
I'm glad to see it through. This is its Siren Song. Actually, it's not its Siren Song, right? This is just where it's moved to.
Right.
It's moved to No Ban List Modern.
Right. There's like no problem. Top 4 and still going.
Still going. Yeah.
Well, how about you want to figure out what it's going to play against?